Welcome back, guys, to another opposition preview. It's a big one. Arsenal taking on Manchester United. Of course, tomorrow, 4:30 kick-off at the Emirates. I'm joined by a very, very special guest, Nicardo Media House. How you doing, my man? Appreciate you
Good
tuning
man.
in.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me again.
No worries at all, my bro. So, yeah, look forward to the game, obviously. He is a Man United fan, guys. Please make sure you're giving him a sub. It's a link in the description as well as the title. Get the blue hat and give him a sub. So, yeah, man, we're going to dive right into things. Arsenal, Man United, Emirates Stadium. I want to start off, obviously, talking about your transfer window. You know, the window's always obviously ending for you guys, for all of us now. In terms of Man United signings and outgoings, what's been your thoughts? Obviously, you signed Onana, Højlund, Amrabat. What's been your thoughts on Man United's transfers this summer, my friend?
Um, Bro, it was a little bit slow, especially getting that Amrabat signed over the line. You know, he's been waiting since the first day of the transfer window, since he's been linked with United, man. So, but I mean, Onana, was an excellent piece of business. As De Gea, he left the club as free agent. It's a little bit of upgradement there. Onana is really good at both feet. As the coach like to play the ball out from the defensive line. That Rasmus Holland, we've been crying out for a centre forward, man. Anthony Martial, he's injury prone. He's like he can't get a good 20, 30 games on the bounce, But our business, Mason Mount, he still hasn't clicked as yet. He's out injured, but I'm satisfied, with the transfer business that we've done so far. Amrabat one, was the one that really stood out yesterday. He's going to give us a different, dynamic in the middle. Amrabat. Most people remember Amrabat, from in the FIFA World Cup when he was playing for Morocco,
Yeah.
and most people would say he's a destroyer in the middle. But when you really look at this game, I watch the Italian Serie A, I watch Fiorentina. Amrabat is a player that can keep possession of the ball, keep things ticking over. His passing range and how he keep possession of the game, it's really high. He can compare his stats with a man like Toni Kroos, Busquets. That's how high his stats is up there. Keeping possession of the ball. So he's someone that would come in really good and pair, with Casemiro. It would be a really good double pivot, moving forward, man.
And obviously, with your new striker, Rasmus Højlund, obviously, I'm sure you watched Atlanta last season as well in the Serie A. He's injured though, isn't he? He's been injured since you signed him.
Yes, he's been struggling with a little back injury, but I think he cleared fit. I saw an interview of the Danish coach. He was in Manchester for the last couple of weeks, just looking after Rasmus Holland and just trying to make sure he's settling. He has many people up there in Manchester doing that job, but he said he's in contenders to start on Sunday for United.
Yeah, man. Look, obviously, in terms of your outgoings as well, Harry Maguire stayed, didn't he, in the end for you?
Bro. I don't even want to go there, man. But that's the thing. We're gonna have to, as a club, we're gonna have to be more ruthless trying to get players out. You can't let players be sticking you up on high wages. Harry Maguire is on a high salary. So move him in on. It's going to be hard for clubs, to negotiate anywhere near his deal. As the transfer 80 million was overpriced, and his salary is way too much, man. Over 200K, bro, a week. That's too much.
Jeez, yes, man. Look, with obviously Rafael Varane as well. He's injured now, isn't he?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Varane,
Another injury prone.
So you can pay Maguire, do you think, against Arsenal in centre back?
No. Lindelof and Martinez.
Lindelof, that's it, Lindelof. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping you guys play Maguire because we all know about Harry Maguire, but yeah, you're not gonna go Lindelof. But yeah, look. So, what would you rate the transfer window for as a Man United fan out of 10 in terms of your business?
6.
6.
Why?
Okay.
Yeah, why? I'm a very ambitious United fans. Yo, every season, it doesn't matter if United going to enter the Premier League with a U23 team, we expect to win every league title we play in. You understand? If you go into the FA Cup, we expect it to win. That's the magnitude of the club, but I would say 6. Why? Because we got, a few deals over the line. The Onana one is excellent piece of business. But the Rasmus Holland, it's a little bit overpriced. It's just a couple of years ago since he was playing for Copenhagen in Denmark before he moved to Austrian League, and then he get brought over into the Serie A. So he still haven't really played a good solid season. Different from that Atalanta, CZ that last season in the Serie A, but I think his value is around 40-50 million. But look, strikers are hard to get nowadays, so they pay up the big bucks. But that's how I rank it 6. But the Amrabat took too long, way too long, bro. You should have get this guy in already. Getting him pre-season, getting used to the atmosphere, getting used to the Manchester weather. As you know, it's always raining in there. It's very cold, but we wasn't ruthless enough, getting players out. Fred should have left the club already, player like, McTominay. I like McTominay, but, you want to get more upgrade player in the squad, and Van de Beek, players like that, man. We should have get rid of all these players long time ago, bro.
100%. Obviously, the last time he was on my channel, we also was doing the review to the Tottenham game, and and obviously you've had a very slow start, in my opinion, to the season. Against Nottingham Forest, you lot went 2-0 down. 2-0 down to Nottingham Forest, but you still brought it back and you got a win. Obviously, against Wolves, we all saw the penalty shout, and Wolves played really well, and obviously Tottenham, you got bad. What's been your thoughts on the start of the season so far in terms of your club?
Bro, it's the same thing last season. Brighton at home, Brentford away, and we got smashed.
Yeah.
Last year, compared to this season, you could say the manager was pretty much new. He was still trying to figure out things about the club, and those first 2 games that he played in the Premier League, he realized that, he needs to get rid of a lot of players. Certain players need to get benched. And, the slow start for this season, I think it's all building up from preseason. I watch all of United games in the preseason, and when you look at all the games, tactically it's a bit confused in the friendlies, and it's leading right into the Premier League. He's still trying to figure out what's his best trio in the middle, how to set the middle three up to be really dynamic and go at teams, and the back line, man, we're still having issues. Is either we press with the trio in the middle, or we drop back. A lot of the space between the midfield and the defense line is too wide. So that's what happened in that Spurs game. Maddison was just running around in open spots, and Casemiro was there by himself. So too many gaps there. So tactically, it's slow start. That's how we got out of the blocks a little bit slow this season.
Obviously, we are sort of rivals. As a rival fan, what's been your perspective of Arsenal this season? Do you think we've been a lot sort of declines than how good we were last season? And I know it's early stages, but with some of the signings, we got rid of Granit Xhaka, we brought in Kai Havertz. What's been your thoughts on Arsenal, and how do you see Arsenal this season? Do you think we challenge again for the league title?
All right. So before that, before the first game of the season that Arsenal played, I expect Arsenal to go on and challenge for the title again. I didn't expect this kind of shaky start. You haven't been playing comfortable football, but I mean, you're getting the results. But I think during Timber went down, I said this is going to be a problem. Because it's the way how Arteta wants to play the game. He can play anywhere in that back four, and he can play in that number 6 position, that CDM. Is very comfortable on the ball. He can use both feet. So when I saw him went down, I was like, woof, Arsenal are going to be in serious problems. because the way he possessed the ball coming inside as an inverted wing back, you didn't get much of that last season from Ben White.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, okay. And Zinchenko is struggling with a little bit of farm and injury. You know, so I'm like, they don't have any wing backs that can play the inverted. So what is Arteta plan B? And his plan B was Partey to right back. And that's one of the most craziest decision I ever seen, you know, since he's been appointed as coach for Arsenal.
100% agree with you there, my friend. Yeah, he's been making some very, very weird decisions recently. You know, and for me, it's all I said this before. It's all about forcing our new signing Kai Havertz in. You know, what's your thoughts on Arsenal splashing 65 million for Kai Havertz? Because we've all seen him play for Chelsea the past 3 years, and he hasn't been that great. Let's be honest with it. So, what's your thoughts of Arsenal going in for him and 65 million?
A few years back, I used to like Kai Havertz as a player. You know, when he was in the Bundesliga, when he was playing there with Liam Bailey and Diaby, was in the team at that time. You know, he was a beast in the Bundesliga, and I was like, yeah, you know, this player is a really good player that, you know, going to come through the German system and replace Mario Götze and, you know, Thomas Muller. But since Chelsea bought him and he came over from Germany, his possession wise, I don't know what's his natural position to play in England. You know, the way our teams play in Germany, it's different than England. You know, in Germany, it's more of a tactical of where teams know where to run. They don't really play with much skills. But when you come over in England, you're gonna have to play with skills. You're gonna have to be physically strong. You know, your tactical awareness is gonna have to be on point. You know, and Kai Havertz been struggling with all those things since he came over from Germany. And when I saw Arsenal bought him for that much, I was like, why you took him? Why you took him? That's a problem. That is the same thing with my team, United. Why you took the problem, Mason Mount? They want to get rid of these players. You know, so I think it's a little bit overpriced, but I could see why Arteta bought him. You know, he can play number 8. He can play across the line in the front three. He can play in a number 10 position. You know, he's a good squad player, but come on. You want to buy a player for that much and have him as a squad player? You're not City, my friend. You're not Manchester City where you could have £50 million different on the bench.
100% agree with you there, my friend. Yeah. Look, let's go into this game now. Emirates Stadium. Last season, we beat you guys 3-2. Very, very good game. You know, Rashford put you guys 1-0 up with an absolute screamer. Obviously, we class with Eddie Nketiah. Saka scored another screamer. And then I think Martinez scored a header. Smallest player on the pitch scored a header and 2-2. And then we obviously won it in the end and beat you guys 3-2. Coming to the Emirates, you know, what's your confidence levels like, my friends? Coming up against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, we've got a very good record against you guys at the Emirates. And what are you expecting Ten Hag to set up like against Arsenal?
It's always that little panic attack whenever United gonna play at the Emirates. It doesn't matter if in a cup game, in the European game, or the Premier League. You know, we lost our 5 games at Emirates. We lost our 5 games at the Emirates. You know, last time we won, it was in the FA Cup when Jesse Lingard was moonwalking, where we won 3-1.
Yeah.
When old boys Alexis Sanchez scored a goal, you know, obviously a former captain Aubameyang got a goal in that game. You know, that was all the way back in 2019 in January. You know, but I think this is where everything stops. This is where everything going to stop, my friend. You know, yeah, man. This is where everything going to stop, man. We coming. Look, man, the Mancunians are coming, man. We coming up there. But I expect to see a 4-2-3-1. You know, Bruno just gonna float around Rasman. You know, I would love to see Rasman Holland start, man. You know, Martial, I don't know what's going on with him. You know, so Anthony on the right, you know, Marcus Rashford. If he plays on the left and Partey plays at right back, it's over. It's over.
100%.
Look, Partey been playing there for like the last 2 games now, and you can see that whenever he's going forward and Saka is dropping deep for the ball, there is always some misunderstanding, and that's how you get caught out a few goals now. So Partey is not is not blessed with pace. And I mean, Saka, he trapped back and stuff like that, but you don't want to lose the ball, and Saka is 50 yards away from Partey where he can't run behind Marcus. And Declan is not blessed with pace, so you don't want to be making too much mistakes on that right
Yeah.
side because Rashford will be over there. I'm telling you. But Anthony, he's been frustrated since he came over from Ajax. He's one of
Mm.
the players that overpriced. But the thing that I like with Anthony, he's very intelligent in some little small pockets. He got that little shimmy where he run over the ball and run the defender and get it back. So I think whoever playing left back for Arsenal, they're going to be in problem. They're going to be in problem. I think United going to turn up tomorrow because look, this is an old-time rivalry. These two teams don't like to lose against each other.
Yeah.
So that's why you see in this picture, you see United and Arsenal, they dominate both teams at homes. They dominate at homes. Arsenal been dominating at home against United, and United been dominating Arsenal at home in Old Trafford. So no one want to lose. None of these teams want to lose.
Yeah, look, with obviously Hoyland, if he makes his debut, there's been a thing with your United players. With Anthony last season, his debut was against Arsenal, and you guys battered us at that game at Old Trafford, 3-1 to Man United. He's carving us open. Anthony scored in his debut. When Rashford made his debut as well, he scored against Arsenal. So it's always been this common theme. So if Hoyland starts, not in Arsenal, he's going to score. But yeah, I definitely agree with you, man. I definitely think if we play Partey right back, he's injured, by the way, now. He apparently picked up an injury. He'll not be playing. So thank God. That's probably a blessing in disguise because Arteta was most likely going to play him right back. So we're going to have Ben White there. Very confident with Ben White. I think he's been excellent. Up against Rashford. I wanted to ask you, why is Ten Hag playing Rashford as a central striker? He's more of a winner, no?
One of the reasons why I think he played him there, one, his pace. When you go away in the Premier, one of the reasons why Marcus Rashford been playing through the middle is because of his pace. Playing away in the Premier League, especially at Tottenham, he could use his pace and try to break the line from behind, run around. Marcus Rashford is one of the best off the ball runner in the Premier League, playing as a centre forward. But the problem with Marcus Rashford playing at centre forward, he's not fully developed up here as yet, playing his back against the goal. Not many players can do that. It takes a different level of strength playing at a number 9 with your back to goal than play on the wing, running past defenders. You have to be a player like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, player that really good as a number and at his back to the goal. But Rashford through the middle, he's been talking, said he don't like to play as a number 9, and the coach still play him there. I don't know why, but we don't have anyone else. Who we gonna play? We don't have anyone else. You saw in the preseason who was playing through the middle when Rashford was in Portugal in preseason. Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone else. So it was a gamble. He took a gamble in the first couple of games of the season. Obviously, it didn't work out. Rashford still trying to find his farm since last season. But, I mean, tomorrow is a big game, man.
It really is, man. It really is. So, your lineup, my friends. What do you want to see Ten Hag do for you tomorrow? Give your full lineup of the game against Arsenal tomorrow.
Obviously, Onana in goal. Wan-Bissaka, I'd like to see Wan-Bissaka play way up more as a right winger. Lindelof as a right centre back, because Lindelof over Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, it's been a whole lot of news. His transfer saga with West Ham. You don't know if his headspace is still there. He's a great professional. You can't take that away from him. You never hear him complain or anything like that. So kudos for him for that. But Lindelof has to start for me because he's really good on the ball. Whenever Maguire play at centre back, it's like he's want to take too many touches on the ball. He want to push the ball all the way up into the midfield. You can't do that at Emirates. You're gonna get turnovers. And the butcher, Martinez, left centre back. Not Linda, Dalot. Dalot is a very versatile player, can play wing back, left wing, right wing. So he's very versatile, use both feet really good. So I would stick him out there. I wouldn't put Reguilon in there, Look, I don't know if people realize the magnitude of Arsenal versus Manchester United. So you can't just bring in a player just like Reguilon and stick him in there, I mean, you never know, man. He can get, starstruck at the Emirates, all this crowd, he never played in a game like this. Then you can't compare the North London derby to Arsenal and United. It's trash. There's so many league titles between us. There's so many league titles between us. So this is a high profile game. So Dalot has to play at left back. Casemiro, I want to see a double pivot. Casemiro and Scott McTominay. McTominay, he can play more of the box to box. He has pace, he has energy. I think he scored an Arsenal a couple years ago too.
Yeah, he did.
He brought up to the system at United, so he understand the magnitude of this game. He would go out there and just play the socks off, man. He's going to stick there with Casemiro and trying to break up plays, trying to make sure Bruno Fernandes get the balls whenever he's in that little acute spot between Arsenal defensive and midfield line, but McTominay and Casemiro have to play together to stop the flow, because that first 15 minutes of the game is going to be crazy. Arsenal are going to come at us. They always do that at Emirates in the first 15 to 20 minutes. And Bruno has to play in those of the pocket. Bruno he created the most chances since he have signed for United a couple years ago in that winter transfer. So he has to play in that number 10 and Rashford on the left. Anthony on the right, as I said, he's very excellent in those tight spots as we're going to come up against Arsenal at the Emirates. We're not going to have many touches on the ball. We're not going to have many time to think. So Anthony has to play up there on the right. Rasmus Hojlund, why I would start him over Anthony Martial? We bought him for a lot of money. He's a new signing. He hasn't been featured as yet. Reguilon is a loan player.
Yeah.
His mind is only like, okay, I'm just going to be here for the next 7-8 months. So you're going to play them on the bench. But Rasmus have a point to prove. You understand? He has a point to prove. Bro. He's young. He's hungry. He's a Scandinavian. I don't know if people realize players that comes from up there in Scandinavia, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, all those players, they are professional. They are strictly pro. They just love to play the game. So he's young, man. He has something to prove, and this is a big stage on Sunday. So I would put him up there. Give him 60 minutes. Just give him 60 minutes.
Fair play, man. We got a question here. Big up Ade's Man United fan. He says, Nicolo, do you think it's a disgrace that Maguire, McTominay, and DVB are disgraced for choosing money over game time?
Can you say that again?
He says, do you think it's a disgrace that Maguire, McTominay, I don't know who DVB is, are disgraceful? Donny van der Beek, that's it. Are disgraceful for choosing money over game time?
Yeah, I think so, because Real Sociedad wanted Van der Beek. They wanted him. But it's just because, those Spanish clubs, they can't really match English club with money. So they were offering him, 10 to 15% less money, but he was trying to figure it out. And Harry Maguire, he said, look, if I'm going to go to West Ham, you have to pay me up. and I think United have to pay like 10 to 15 million. Yeah, it's all about money, bro. It's all about money. He has, I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about Harry Maguire because he's a real professional. He haven't been complaining, but just leave that alone.
I wanted to ask you obviously about your manager, Ten Hag. Last season, he won you guys the Carabao Cup in his first season. Where sort of stand with him? Because I've seen a lot of your fans come out and say, and rightly so, because Man United is a massive football club, yeah, one of the biggest in England. I've seen some of your fans say, if you don't deliver you guys a trophy, he's got to be sacked. Where do you stand with him?
No, it's remember after Fergie, we haven't won a Premier League, and David Moyes came in for one season. That Dutch coach, Van Gaal came in.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho came in.
Yeah.
It's all about settle the team and get that family atmosphere back again around the club. I wanted to win trophy. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to win a trophy. As we did last season, we won the Carabao Cup. We went to the final in the FA Cup, and we came third. And we finished in the quarterfinal of the Europa League. So I would say disappointment there in the Europa League. We should have go to the final because we always want to win that league, but we didn't. But we finished in the Champions League. But this season, I would love to see another cup run, and I would love to go as deep as into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I want to challenge for the title. Just give it a shot and see what's going to happen. Because when the big dog United is in the title race, people scared. Like Arsenal, their legs get wiggled. You understand? So just give it a run. You never know. You never know. Just give it a run. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the man them fighting for the crest, fighting for the fans that turns up every home game and away games. So I want to see that camaraderie in the team, the system. I want to see a chemistry. I just want to see the team play that fluently more in the attacking position and defend. We defend well last season, but it's all about challenge for that Premier League. We need that back, man. We need it. We need it from City, the noisy neighbors. But I wanted to win something, though. But if he don't win, I'm not going to say sack him. That's too arrogant. That's too harsh. Just give the man some time.
Yeah. What about with your owners, though? Because majority of the fan base, your owners, the Glazers, right? They want them out, don't they? Your fans.
Bro, them man, they douchebag, man. That man, they load of shit, man. Sell the club.
Yeah.
Sell the club, bro. Sell the club. Look, they got the club for nothing. They got the club for nothing, and the Qatari people, they want the club.
Yeah, they do.
United is a big club. Just sell the club. You have no ambition about the club. The stadium need to repair, bro. We have one of the oldest training pitch in the Premier League that need to get more modern. Back in the days when Carrington just came up, we had one of the most luxurious training pitch. But now it's run down. It's like it's like sitting there on the top of a mountain looking down.
Yeah, man.
I need them out, man.
What's happening with the Qatari owners, who they want to buy you, they can't buy you until the Glazers sell, right? Until they actually want. Is that right?
Until what?
So with the Qatari owners, right, they can't actually buy Man United until the Glazers sell.
Yeah, the Glazers, the son wanted to sell the club. I forgot his name. He wanted to sell the club, but the other two guys, man, they don't want to. United makes millions, billions a year.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And sorry, guys, I can't go through all your comments. There's so many flying through, but Big up my man Nathan. He says they won't put money into the club. The stadium is falling apart. They need to go.
Yeah.
Ade says the Glazers brought us into debt. The fact that Maguire and Phillips got picked for England without playing a single game is a disgrace. Ade thinks Hoyland will be off the bench. We need to protect Erik ten Hag. Do you see the same with obviously as a rival fan with Arteta, right? Do you think Arsenal fans need to give Arteta a bit more time? He spent us 700 million. You know, do you think a club size of Arsenal, everyone's talking about trust the process for Mikel Arteta? You know, do you rate him as a manager?
Yeah, I like him. I really like him as a manager. You know, my only issue that I have with Arteta, you know, the scientist, Einstein, Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
Too much experiment, bro. Too much experiment. You are not Pep Guardiola. Hey, this guy dressed like Pep. Is sign language towards the players on the pitch just like Pep. He trying to get bow legs like Pep. He trying to do everything like just be Mikel Arteta. Arteta is a very good coach. His football mind is way up there. And what he did last season,
yeah,
there's great things to come out of Mikel Arteta.
But he needs to support his experiments.
But he needs to get the support. Look, nowadays, you know, football is all about social media. Right? Am I lying?
You're spot on, bro.
All right. Arsenal have one of the biggest fans base online, more than United, just by creating that AFTV.
Yeah, exactly.
So you see when fans come on that and speak their mind, people from Southeast Asia, Malaysia, Thailand, they're going to take it as true. And as how I see, Arsenal fans have to be careful because when they speak, people listen. So
Facts,
you have
bro.
to, I don't want to say trust the process, but because the process could be the next 10 years. Just trust Mikel Arteta. And he needs to find a different method of playing. Leave Pep Guardiola bullshit over there. Because if you look at it, Pep Guardiola is not even playing the inverted wing backs anymore. Because what? He don't have the personnel anymore.
Facts.
He don't have, so he's playing with two wing backs flying up and down. Kyle Walker and Gavidon.
Yep. Facts.
They're not coming inside anymore. The only player right now can play that right inverted is Rico Lewis, and he's sitting on the bench.
100%, bro.
They have a Spanish kid, Sergio Gomez, they bought from Anderlecht.
Yeah.
The left back, he is a number 10 by trade. And he can play that left inverted, but guess what? Pep is not playing that bullshit anymore. When Pep Guardiola playing that UEFA Champions League against Real Madrid, coming up against Vinny, you know, Rodrigo, what he did, he played with two center half and two wing backs goes up and down. And Rodri and De Bruyne and Gundogan, you know, playing them that trio in the middle. And then Haaland and Grealish and Mahrez or Foden do their thing up front. So Mikel Arteta needs to find himself. Leave Pep Guardiola tactics alone.
100% agree with you there, my friend. Is Pai injured? He is injured. Yeah, he's been. The Ghana that came out today and said he's picked up a groin injury. He will be missing the game against Manchester United. So let's hope Arteta goes back to basics. As I mentioned in my previous say, guys, that's what we've got to do for this game. Arteta has to go back to basics. What worked last season, you know, go back to that, Arteta, you know, and my friends. Let's get into it. Score predictions. I know you said you're very confident coming to the Emirates.
1-0 United.
1-0 United, yeah? He's gone 1-0 to United. Fair play to you there, my friend. For me, I'm going to go with an Arsenal win, obviously. I think it'd be a very tough game. I think you lot will pop a very good fight against Southampton. It always is a battle, you know, as you said about when the Arsenal Man United play. This is the game I look forward to the most every single season. Yeah.
Why I said 1-0?
Go on.
If Mason Mount wasn't injured, he would have played and we would have get ripped. But he's gonna play someone to sit there with Casemiro. So it's gonna be tight. And Arsenal is not playing that fluent football. So they come in with shit in their pants right now.
Yes. But no, look, this game, it's always been a good game. You know, when we play against you guys, it always is, as I said, the game I look forward to every single season. Arsenal Man United. So I'm looking forward to the game, my friends. May the best team win. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Arsenal win. We're at the Emirates. If it's at Old Trafford, completely different story because the record at Old Trafford, you guys always beat us at Old Trafford. You guys are very good at Old Trafford. Yeah. We're at the Emirates. I'm going to go with an Arsenal win and 2-1, my friend. As I said, may the best team win. Just shout your channel, my friend, where they can find you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, listen. Let me come close. People, this is Nick Carter Media House, yeah? I'm a real United fan, but you see on my channel, I talk about football. I just don't talk about Arsenal, United. I talk about football. And you see this crest? This one right here? Reggae Boy. We talk about Reggae Boy over there, yeah? Greenwood, come home. But look, you can come over, man, and, you know, subscribe. You know, I talk about a lot of stuff over there. My Prem podcast. Tell them you're going to come over here on the podcast that drops
guys,
Monday.
Yes, tomorrow. I'm gonna be on my man's channel, Prem podcast. What time you say again? What was my friends? 7 p.m. UK time?
Yeah, but I usually upload it for Monday.
Oh, okay.
Because,
so, no, guys,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I usually upload it for Monday. I upload it like 7 p.m. UK time.
Okay, a Monday, guys. I'm gonna let tomorrow, but Monday, make sure you sub this to my man's channel, yeah? Notifications on, turn the bell on so you can be notified.
Yeah, man.
I'll be on his channel.
Tell them like up the video, man.
Go on, smash the like buttons up, people.
Man, like up the video, man.
And make sure, I think you've already got a few subs in the chat. I think a few people subbed to you already, my friend, in the chat.
Yeah, man, tell them like up the video, man. This review is mad.
Yes, people. We're gonna obviously talk about
tomorrow gonna be crazy.
All the Prem. So
the Prem podcast, episode 3.
We're out of it, people. May the best team win, my friends. Come on, the Gunners.
Yeah, people. You know, thanks for watching, man. You know, this is a really good channel. You know, go out there and support him, man. You know, he's been doing good. You know, I just saw you popped up on my feed. I was watching YouTube 3 a.m. in the morning, and I saw you just randomly pop up. I'm like, this guy don't have an English accent. Where he's from? You know?
Italia, bro.
Yeah, tutto grazie.
Ciao, people. We're out of it. This guy's an absolute legend.
Yeah,
please
man,
give him a sub now. Go on, sub,
man.
Bless up, my bro. We're out of it. Ciao, people.